stream on YouTube. I like streaming on YouTube. It makes me feel like a big boy. I have to look at Lipo Suctio for one more minute. I'm gonna scream. I hate this little bastard. Hello, everybody. Welcome. I couldn't think of anything funny to play music for, so I'm kind of hoping everyone else picks up on my slack. Or that we get this thing immediately so I don't really have to think too hard about these things. We'll do another 2 hours of this, and then we'll see how the viewers think if we want to keep this going until we get it. Why am I shiny hunting? Ah, my sweet summer child. I got this thing before I found before I had any Pokeballs to actually catch it, so I want it back. I want my shiny Squirrap back, rather. I want it back, I want it back. I'll also take a shiny Kangaskhan instead. I don't know if we're at odds yet, because I haven't been counting, and though I think that's a thing that you're supposed to do. Or at least all the shiny hunters I've been watching as of late seem to have like a counter. I'm like, maybe I should have a counter, and then I never got a counter. I could be lazy and make someone else be the counter. Or you could average out how many encounters we get per hour, and then get a vague idea of what we're doing, and just multiply it by how many we get an hour. Or someone could go through all these streams and count, and also include the hour I did off camera. So, plenty of possibility there. So you remember how I said on the first stream of this, I was waiting for my buddies so we can go get a pizza while it was snowing at the gas station, and they didn't have any, and I told that whole story. Well, it started snowing again, and I got my pizza this time. I finally got the gas station pizza. It's occurred, it's happened, it's done, it's dusted. And it was okay. Look behind you. Okay. There were no shinies. Kind of tasted like if Little Caesars was a little sweeter. And there wasn't much. I'm pretty quiet. I should have the same volume as before. I guess I'll turn that up a bit. Oh well. Yeah, and I ate the pizza on the way back, so it got some snow on it. Bandito, you bastard. You bastard! That's incorrect. What kind of pizza? It was pineapple. It was pepperoni. I also got a chocolate muffin, and it was good. I can already feel my belly revolting, so if I have to cut the stream a little short, you know exactly what's going to happen as I'm vomiting all of that back up. What if the Squirrap had a fucking... I would not get a pineapple pizza at a gas station. If I'm ordering pineapple pizza, it's going to be fresh pineapple. I'm not having any of that. We get face cam vomit? No, thank you. Turn into a whiny bitch when I puke. Cry and everything. Hate throwing up. Yeah, I don't really know if I want my audience to be a metaphiliacs. I'd rather not have viewers if those are the viewers I have to have. No, thank you. I don't really like Domino's thin crust. Like, it's fine, but if I'm gonna order Domino's pizza, I kind of just like the really garlicky basic crust. But I got it once where they didn't bother like warming up the because around here it's like everyone, all the restaurants and chains and people are like, oh, it's gross, it's disgusting. I'm like, what do you mean? They're great. When I lived at Towson, like that Domino's, like everyone was like, oh, Domino's sucks. This Domino's is bad. It's the fucking worst. I had two really bad examples. One, they gave me the pizza with like the garlic. I guess it's like a paste that they put on and just like melted over the pizza. But this time the garlic paste was just spread all around the crust, so the crust was really bland and there was just this unmelted line of garlic paste all over it. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I licked it against my better judgment. And it's the garlic paste. Like I'm assuming that's how Domino's gets the garlic on their crust. And the second time, I got a pan pizza because I'm like, cool. I'm just gonna treat myself to a pan pizza. And I get it, and it's like this just soupy, undercooked yet overcooked mess that tasted like fresh vomit. I picked up one slice of the pizza and it just disintegrated into like a liquidy pile. And I called them. I'm like, "What the fuck is this?" And they just immediately hung up. And I didn't get a refund or anything. They just wouldn't take it. I complained about it, and Domino's never got back to me either. So I promised I would never go back to that Domino's again. So then a week later, I was hungry, so I ordered from that Domino's again, and it was okay. So if you live near Towson, don't order Domino's, because fucking Christ, they are no good at their job. I wanted to stop tipping, but it's not the delivery driver's fault, so I kept up tipping. I'm like, yes, how do I get the free pizza and only pay the delivery driver because he's the only one free from sin here? I mean, Kingdom Hearts in general already makes sense. Like, real talk, the only people who say that Kingdom Hearts doesn't make sense are people just trying to take the piss on the meme, or people who haven't played it, or only played 1 and 2, and they're like, "What's this? The beginning of 2 so confusing." And it's like, did you play Chain of Memories? Doesn't sound like you played Chain of Memories. So pet peeve, Kingdom Hearts timeline isn't confusing. You're just either dumb or taking the piss. So we'll see how many people leave the stream because of that. What place is the best breadsticks? You can watch a cutscene movie at Chain of Memories. It's 2019. It's very easy to not play Chain of Memories at this point. I don't know. I never order breadsticks anywhere because I don't care about breadsticks. Dream Drop Distance is so good. I love it. How many Xehanorts and Anthems are there? There's 13 Xehanorts. They explained that very clearly in the plot, if you played the plot. Anyway. No more Kingdom Hearts discussions. By the way, leaving Twitter when 3 comes out, so get all your questions in now. I think the only place I ever really get breadsticks is Olive Garden, but I also never go to Olive Garden anymore. I've been to Olive Garden since 2011. It was the last time me and Mom went, and that's when she found out I lost my virginity, like a month prior, and she cried, and we never went, and I've never been back. So ever since then, we went to Carrabba's, which is like the same shit but tastier, and it's like right next door. Rab, we're on Discord together, my man. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like the Donkey videos comments are just either people taking the piss or just people who never cared and just want to piss off the fans, or people who don't have, like 8th grade reading comprehension. Like the video is fine, it's the comments. Donkey brings out the worst in people. I like Donkey. I don't like everything that comes with him. Losing a lot of viewers for that. Yikes! I hit the Donkey button. I dunked on him. Aha! I'm so sick of these damn Kengions. I fuck Pinocchio when I'm bored. No. kill this one. I felt good. I'm gonna say, like, no one with a big viewer base is a good viewer base. How do shinies in this game work? Again, it's either 1 in 8,192 or 1 in 1,892. I got so many conflicting reports on that I'm just going to say, for the sake of argument, that it's 8,000. But I also saw a lot of threads saying, like, I'm gonna get a lot more shinies in this game than usual. So I'm also gonna bank on it being 1 in 1,892. Plus, I didn't get a shiny Kyogre today. Well, I did a shiny I did a Groudon raid. Didn't get a shiny Groudon, so I haven't burnt my luck today. Twitter's fun. Again, it's all like based on like who you curate your base to. If you go out looking for trouble, you'll generally find it. So it's the same way with Tumblr. Tumblr is fine if you don't go looking for trouble. Because very rarely have I had anyone ever like really interject with me if I didn't go out and look for them. The only time I think it's ever happened recently is when I posted that political piece, and then I had all those alt-right fucks yell at me. But anything political with links. Like, I've never seen any of the quote-unquote SJWs on Tumblr. I follow funny meme pages, and I get funny memes. Yeah, I'll slaughter it for making me wait this long. That Kool-Aid, I googled Kool-Aid, and that was one of the first, or like, Twitter's like GIF function. You can follow funny meme pages. One of the dudes I follow, you know what I didn't hate when Twitter like forced everyone to see your likes? I stopped liking as much stuff, but my friend, or one of my mutuals rather, can't really say friend, we don't really talk, we're just mutuals. He'd like a lot of because he follows a lot of like hentai artists. So like occasionally my timeline would just get flooded with his likes, and I'm like, I discovered so many good artists through him. Yeah, no, the Twitter ones are. Oh shit, does JoJo in chapter 3? Oh, nice, great. Thought it was taking a little while this month. Is there any news on Berserk? I feel like this hiatus has gone on for a little longer than usual. Then again, it's not like, I don't know, the last 2 chapters of, was it like the last like 1 chapter? No, it was like, yeah, it's like right after spoilers gets unspoiled. It's like, cool, let's go back to Griffith being really cool for 2 chapters, then wait 4 months, then go back to Griffith being really cool for another chapter, and now it's been like half a year, and I'm like, I get it, that's Berserk at this point, but is Brock in this ROM hack? No, this isn't Rose Gold Heart, this is Pokemon Clover. Rab, you stole what I was gonna say. The JoJo fandom killed JoJolian for me for a second. Like, I didn't read, I don't think I read any JoJo for half a year after the videos he did on Sage's channel. That's also when I learned to stop checking the comment section on Sage's videos, because I ended up becoming a lot happier when I stopped doing that. It's not even necessarily Sage's videos, it's just any large comment section is generally going to be full of dicks. Just assholes. What if I just looped Fortnite's trailer in the corner of this over and over and over again? On mute. Huh. Shoot, I'll keep that in mind for the stream if we ever find this shiny squirrel. I really like those setups where people like do like 3 screens at once. So they're like playing 3 games at once for technically like 3 times the shinies. If I knew how to make a setup like that for this, I would. Because I would love to have 2 screens going once. At once. Yeah, generally the top comments don't seem to be as awful. If you ever sort by new, that's like the most caustic shit in the world for big channels. If I had a double monitor setup, I would. But I don't. I've really needed one. Map building in Rose Gold Heart has really opened my eyes towards like how useful a dual monitor setup would be. God, has it really been that long? Shit. I don't know, even August felt like it was too recent. I thought that last chapter was like in June. That's nice, I suppose. Why did I get into Berserk? I knew it was just hiatus on hiatus. What I do if I found a shiny testing Rose Gold Heart, it'll happen. Just fucking watch. What'll I do? Depending on the Pokemon, I'll probably just end up making a meme out of it and then making a whole new line based on them. And whoa, almost said the name of Project 3. A new line in Project 3. Yeah, but then I'd have to watch the Part 5 anime, and I'd rather never partake in Part 5 ever again. Why read Goblin Slayer when you can read good manga? If I wanted to read porn, like, they've got Sumino for that. Or in hentai, or whatever the good one is. Yeah, I think a lot of my hate for Part 5 is how awful the scans were, and I think the translation wasn't too good either. So, like, pretty much everything but Part 5 is, like, in, like, color in the manga now. So if I waited, like, one more year to get in JoJo, uh, it probably would have been cool. But I also feel like 2015 is a bit of a golden... E621 is good. That's why I play Pokemon Off-White. God, getting a... I don't know, getting a shiny in a ROM hack is like taking first place in a idiot contest. Sorry. It wasn't even funny. Damn squirrels, damn squirrels. Yeah, Berserk is really dark. I was gonna say you could probably just read or just watch the 1997 Golden Age manga. And, anime, rather. And it would be good. Golden Age works really well as a standalone. It's just, I don't know why they bothered making the first episode of that anime. Like, if you're gonna try to adapt the Black Swordsman arc, just do it. Don't half-ass it like they did there. And then jump into the Golden Age arc, because it's pointless. Episode 1 of Berserk 97 is pointless. Just don't watch it. Uh, Everyone's fucked up in Berserk. Well, Shirk hasn't. Shirk is pure. No, the meme is Griffith. And Griffith did everything wrong. BT dubs. BTW. Oh yeah, don't ever watch Berserk 2016 or 2017. Just, if you're gonna watch any Berserk, just watch 97. Though the 2012 Golden Age movies are really good too. The first one is awful CG, but by 2 and 3 they really get the hang of it. And I really like the movie's version of the Eclipse. A soggy boy is a happy boy. It started snowing again today. I already mentioned that. Forgot I brought up the pizza story. Goblin Slayer Chan. If I'm gonna watch an anime that's pretty much already hentai, I'll just keep watching Bakemonogatari. Alright, there are 3 Pokemon in Go that can be shiny right in front of me. The Zigzagoon was not it. It's also gone. Don't know what happened. This other Zigzagoon was not it. But could this Tailo be? This Tailo could not be. I also need that Halo, so you're mine. Is there a Berserk adaptation coming out? Oh, it's not coming soon. Didn't the guy who did Castlevania say he wanted to take a whack at it? I'd love to see that. No, I still need to watch Castlevania. I heard Castlevania is amazing, so. But at this point, I'm already knee deep into Bakemonogatari, so, or just Monogatari rather. Bakemonogatari is just the first season. Yeah, getting the rights is gonna be the hard part. Well, it's not like, I don't know why Kentaro Miura would not do that. Seems like easy money. Just give it to someone who actually knows how to fucking animate. Because there's no way Berserk 2016 or 17 did anything good for this series' popularity. Yeah, that Zigzagoon was just right out of my range. Yeah, I just finished, what was it, Neko Monogatari Black. So, I'm going on to Monogatari's second season. Give me the rights to Berserk, and let me also give, I was gonna say the guys who made the 97 anime, which just means I'm going to give the Pokemon's animation studio money to make a 90s-esque adaptation of the Conviction arc. I don't feel sorry for them. You know how much they got paid? Actors don't care how bad a movie is as long as they keep getting consistent work. I think the only people who have yeah, I finished Nisei Monogatari. I hadn't seen it before that, and whew, whew, that was something. It was something else, let me tell you. Who put a Riolu in the gym? Oh, that was my pal. I forgot. When did he get a Riolu? I want a Riolu. It's not like Lucario's any good in Go yet, so what do I care? When have I ever said I had a tooth fetish? Well, I mean, yeah, a lot of Monogatari is really sexually charged, so it's not for everyone. I don't know, if I had the chance to work on that Mario Bros. Movie, and very specifically that one, I would love it. Imagine having that on your resume. I did the Super Mario Bros. Movie. I did key lighting on the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Yeah, what the fuck even is a tooth fetish? Like, you have teeth. I'm in. Plus, toothbrushing isn't even, hot. Because it's I don't know, you're just gonna end up, choking on this minty substance, so it's cool, you can't even really focus because your tongue is burning. Yeah, if someone, held me down and brushed my teeth, I'd be cool, I can't, I feel like I'm gonna gag, my tongue is burning, I lost my erection 5 minutes ago. No one's having any fun here, so what are you doing? I've never been at the dentist office and gotten an awkward erection, that's what it boils down to. Have you ever been to the dentist office and gotten an erection? Because that's a fetish, then. And now I haven't. Because the... What's up? That on... I tried to fuck it up the same way, but... Any luck with the hunt? We wouldn't be here if we were. I'm gonna take a selfie with this thing if we catch it. Like, I'm just gonna have myself in the most awkward position, take out my phone, and then take a selfie with this thing. Probably not even have it in screen on in frame. Like, you look at the tabs, it's all porn. Because they basically just turned that scene into penetration, just using toothbrush as a metaphor for a penis. It's also incest, so that's something. No, they never even reference it after that, but oh well. Monogatari has really good music. And it's always music I really want to play during streams, but I have a distinct feeling Aniplex is going to be really anal about their tunes, so I don't feel like dealing with that. What was it, Ore Emo, where like the guy nails his sister at the end or something? Or like he proposes to his sister? Like, what is this, Game of Thrones? Game of Thrones is just medieval Ore Emo. My little sister can't be the queen of Westeros. What, your friend tried incest? That's not good. Tell your friend to never do that. Well, there's two openings for Nisei Monogatari. Though I gotta say, yeah, Marshmallow Sting or Marshmallow Justice, the first one, is super good. Platinum Dance or whatever the second one is called, I don't care as much for. It's very cute, but I don't like it as much. Oh, the toothbrush thing. All right, Jesus, fucking Christ, you gotta really clarify your terms with that one. That's no bueno. Yeah, Platinum Disco. Renai Circulation is also fucking amazing. And whatever the opening for Mayoi Mai Mai is, because that one's my favorite. Just because I kind of love like the bit crushy sounds to it. I don't even remember Conbaru's one. And Black Cat was good. What am I gonna do if I get a shiny Kengion? Use it. The shiny's a shiny at this rate. I don't care what it is. That's a 50-50 shot on which one I get. I'm not gonna be too picky. Hey, Ace. Haste. Okay, that's enough of that. I never even watched the first season of Mob Psycho 100, and I feel like I'm missing out. Oh, you know what else has a really good opening? Madoka Magica. I really like that one's like I feel like the quintessential anime opening. It's like Jump Force looks stupid anyway, so I don't care. I think it's cool that Deku's gonna be in a big game like that, but that's about the extent of all I care about it for. Being able to punch Kurapika in the face with Deku would be pretty fun, but not $60 fun. You like KH3's opening, James? I figured if anyone, you weren't going to like it. It's fine. I don't like it when Skrillex comes in, but I don't know. I think it's the worst of the KH openings, I'd say. Sanctuary is still godly. And the credits version of Sanctuary, Christ. Jabus Creepers. I don't remember the last time I've actually kept up with anime. I think the only time I've ever kept up with it is season 1 of Attack on Titan. And I've never kept up with an anime since. Don't think twice, yeah. No. The last 3 episodes of Dragon Ball Super, me and my friend would get drunk the night of and watch them. Hunter x Hunter 99 has at least the first season has a really good opening. Ohio, I think it's called. It's so good. I love that opening to death. If I wasn't so sure I'd get hit with a copyright, I'd play it. Attack on Titan was great until they solved literally all the problems in the anime and then just went with not like the whole World War II Nazi angle. Like I'm always down for killing Nazis, but like after you've answered every question I had about the series, it's like okay, guess I'm done here. And they did like 2 time skips in a row, and I'm like I don't care. Oh, the 2011 one, the first OP of that, I hated it. I hated it. It made me want to crawl out of my skin. It's like you can fly away. I'm like, shut up. I hate it. Cringe so hard my spine like flew out of my back. Yeah, the villain of Attack on Titan was Nazis the entire time. I'm not even joking. It's just the entirety of Attack on Titan is just a World War II allegory. I hate it. Don't make me. I want to fly away and leave from that OP. Yeah, they answered Aaron's father. I don't know how far seasons 2 and 3 get because after season 1, I started reading the manga. Yeah, that's all. Plus, Isayama or whatever Attack on Titan's thing is a war crime denier, so that's something. Like I already hated Attack on Titan's manga once it got to that second time skip, but then once that came out, I'm like, cool. Really glad I didn't stick around to finish it. Oh man, when Kingdom Hearts 2 first came out, I was like 11 and I heard Sanctuary, and I'd never played any Kingdom Hearts up to that point, and Sanctuary made my like I got like a shiver down my spine because I thought it was fucking epic. And I tried to work Sanctuary into much of my writing as possible, just the word, and it ended up feeling really not good. But I love it. My sanctuary, my sanctuary. I'm usually really bad with keeping up with manga too. Uh, I've been keeping up with JoJo since I caught up in 2015. Keeping up with Berserk since I caught up in 2016. And then I read all of My Hero Academia, Doctor Stone, and The Promised Neverland, and then I kept up with them for 2 weeks, and I'm like, well, I'm not gonna keep up for a month for weekly manga. This is dumb. So I haven't looked at any of those since like September, so I have a lot to look into now. What else did I? Oh yeah, when it was announced that Naruto was gonna end, I read it all start to finish, and I caught up when it was still like 5 chapters away from finishing. So I had to keep up with Naruto being weekly for a little over a month, and I have to say that was really fun. I never watch anime endings. I can't remember the last one I've seen. I guess I've seen every one of Monogatari's because like it always plays the whole ending theme while some plot stuff is happening at the end of each arc. But usually I never watch ending themes or things because I at that point I'm just like, okay, cool, done with the anime. I don't want to have to listen to another song. I already want to skip openings a lot of the time, so I'm not going to do that. Oh yeah, that was the other thing. I'm keeping up with One Piece. Well, not keeping up with One Piece now. I started reading One Piece because Ace sent me a link with good translations and good scan quality. But most of the times, I just don't want to keep up with weekly stuff. What am I at? Chapter 16 of One Piece? Like I remember some of this stuff because I watched One Piece every week because I think it came on it came on either right before or right after Zatch Bell in 2005 on Tsunami. And all I ever wanted to watch was Zatch Bell and Dragon Ball GT, so I ended up watching a lot of One Piece because it came on either it was like right between them or like right before them. So I watched a lot of One Piece up until like episode 50, and then I missed an episode, and then just everything about it was like, I have no idea what's going on. And then some jackass called Crocodile came out. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? And I just stopped caring about One Piece until now. I think I'm now at the chapter in the manga where we're dealing with this guy in a chest. He's got a big beard, and he shot Luffy, and he's like, "Hey, don't shoot me. It does not kill me, but it does injure me." And Beardman's like, "Oh fuck, let me tell you all about the Grand Line." And Nami's like, "I know about the Grand Line. Let me tell you about the Grand Line." And then I've just been rereading that page to ensure I know everything about the world. Gay man. Yeah. I say there are some designs I don't like in One Piece though, like Mushi or whatever the fucking, that's not his name at all. The Lion Tamer and Buggy's group. Just looking at him upset me. I didn't like him. Sarfunkel. I like it. Gaiman and Sarfunkel. That's hilarious. I love that. That's so good. That's nice. I could shake Oda's hand for that. Except, like, Oda's hands have to be, like, under, like, some massive insurance policies, right? Like, you have to, like, sign a waiver to shake his hands, right? Certain things I feel like work better in anime, and certain ones I feel like work better in manga. Like, Berserk is really good because Miura goes to great pains to make every motion, like, really telegraphed and easy to follow. And DBZ did that too. Toriyama's a master of his craft. Uh, My Hero Academia sometimes got a little muddy, and like part 5 of JoJo, I had no idea what was going on half the time. And like the overhaul arc of My Hero Academia sometimes got a little muddy, especially with the final fight. I didn't actually know what was going on until I reread it. I'm like, alright, he's up in the air. It's an awful lot of 100% punches. Okay, cool, that's over. Let me reread the last 5 chapters to ensure I didn't miss out what was going on. Dr. Stone works really well because it's also very simple. I don't really know how the anime is going to portray that. I'm a little worried about Dr. Stone's anime, because I really don't like the Promise Neverland's anime so far. Like, even as I was watching it, I'm like, this feels like... Because the whole thing about the Promise Neverland is the first chapter feels like, yeah, there's a little weird. It's a little weird at first. Like, you can tell something's up, but like generally it's like really peaceful and whatnot until the wham moment hits you. But then the first episode of the Promise Neverland's anime is just like, all right, cool. It's really dark, dismal, and you know something's like super bad from the beginning. It gave you no time to, like, it just immediately throws you into it. But please, yes, read Dr. Stone and the Promise Neverland. They are so good. My God. And if you need help being sold on them here, I'll give you some synopses a little descriptions. The Promise Neverland, it's almost like a Prison Break manga, except the oldest protagonist is 11, and they're all in an orphanage, quote unquote, and something bad happens, is all I'll say, and they all have to get out without attracting the attention of some really, really smart caretakers. Very high stakes. People will die. People do die. So it's a Prison Break manga with children as the protagonist, and it's really good. How far did you get into Dr. Stone, Ace? I thought that one gripped me from the start. Because the whole point of Dr. Stone is, like, very early on to the manga, it's like, cool, everyone's living a normal life, and some post-apocalyptic scenario happens that everyone in the world turns to stone. And the one of the main characters, he's an absolute genius. And he manages to stay alive in the stone all that time just by counting the seconds for the... How long are they in there again, James? Are they in there for 4,000 years? Oh yeah. You're not in the good part of Doctor Stone yet. Chapter 12 is when it really starts to take off. So he's in there for just a ton of years, like many millennia. And then for some reason, 3,000 years. Okay. And then after the 3,000 years, they're starting to crack open. So then it's these two people that manage to survive, and they're trying to figure out to advance science, so to speak, because the one guy's a super genius and the other guy's really just tenacious and physically inclined. So they're trying to rediscover scientific advancements to save their lives and to revive other people. And let me tell you, they revived someone really early in, and it turns out to be a mistake. So there's your antagonist. Yeah, if you lost consciousness during the stone process, you never wake back up. So the one character survived solely because he was about to ask a girl he liked out, and he kept that going for all those years just to say, like, all right, cool, I'm not going to let myself go for her sake. And the other one's like, cool, guess I might as well count the time. I watched the first 26 episodes of Steven Universe, and I don't know why I never got back to it. But yeah, Dr. Stone is so good. Especially, it starts really picking up around chapter 12. When, because, like, chapters 1 through 12 really feel like one character is the protagonist, but then after that, they all go their separate ways, and you follow a different character, and he's a much better protagonist. I do feel like around, like, chapters, like, 60 and 70, they were advancing a little too fast, but they kind of needed to. Because, like, technology always increased faster in times of war, so it makes sense. I really liked Steven Universe. I just have no idea why I never went back. I really liked the concept of little 10-minute episodes. Is it Siron? Is that what it's called? But yeah, you all have my blessings that Dr. Stone and The Promised Neverland are really, really good. Plus, you don't even have to worry about, like, I don't know about Dr. Stone, but The Promised Neverland said it was going to end at, like, what was it, like 200 chapters, and it's already, like, 115 in at this point, probably. So, you only have to keep up with it for weekly for, like, another year or two. Does Fate Go have a manga? I had no idea. I generally just read stuff in Shonen and Ultra, or Shonen Jump, and then, you know, Berserk and JoJo. Siren, okay. Siren. Oh, that's nice. All right, cool. I'll check Siren out. Yeah, Ace. Again, I stopped reading a little bit, so I don't know if it's the case so far, but I absolutely agree. Well, everything I see about Fate, it's either Go or just like dojins and like porn. I didn't know there was like an actual like manga going for it. It's like 1,000 different like dojinshi, but of any character you can one pretty much. Like shooting doji is like a bajillion. Raiko is a dozen. Jean. I only know all the Fate Go girls because there's so much porn of them, and it's all good. It's all very high quality stuff. I've never seen that much high quality material of one series. Yeah, we all know Fate's origins. What was it, Gen Ibuchi? That's all he does. It's like murder and porn. I mean, that's how I learned a lot about fifth gen because I really got into like reading that kind of stuff. And I was introduced to Skyla through a Dojin. And fun fact, in my Pokemon Black LP, uh, Pokemon Black LP, I named the episode where we fight Skyla after that particular Dojin. That's what it is. Like the site where I check out all that stuff, it's like every time there's like new like manga releases, like 90% of it is Fate stuff. And I'm like, well, oh no, it wasn't named after the Dojin. It was oh no, I put the Dojin in the description. The Sun and Moon anime is really good. It's very pretty, very like animated, very good story. I'd say it's probably one of the best. I really like Indigo League solely because it feels so unlike everything else. Just because it's like, okay, cool, we don't know if this is going to be big. We're trying our best to make it big. Let's just do our best. And it's full of that 90s charm because of it. I did like Johto. Advanced Generation I hated. I didn't hate it, I just thought it was boring. Sinnoh is really good. Ah, shit. Sinnoh's really good. Unova is absolute gutter trash. X, Y, and Z is amazing, and Sun and Moon are amazing. Well, no, X, Y, and Z is total undeniable crap because of how the league ended. No, Black and White, or Best Wishes was literal dog shit. X and Y, they actually tried, and X, Y, Z, they really tried, and then totally fucked it up. Well, yeah, I'll tell the story that I tell everyone. The fucking my introduction to Pokemon was through the anime. Or like the very first thing I saw about Pokemon was my cousin had like a little Squirtle toy, and I thought it was really cool just because it was a turtle. I'm like, hand me that squirt thing, and my uncle's like, are you stupid? It's called Squirtle. I'm like, aren't you in Bon Jovi? So fucking yeah, let me go back to that league discussion for a second. In the previous round, Astro Ninja took a full-on frenzy plan from Mega Sceptile just fine, but this already really badly injured Mega Charizard's X Blast Burn is suddenly too much for it? No, fuck off. Anyway, so back to my original story. I probably shouldn't have said that out loud. Yeah, surprise, surprise, the band members of Bon Jovi are all well, not all of them. Uh, but that particular one's a real piece of shit. So I would like watch the show because I'm like, it's so cool, it's just Pokemon. And mom wouldn't let me watch it at home because she didn't like the violence, she said. So every time I would go to visit friends or family, we'd watch Pokemon. I'm like, cool, and I loved it. And then I didn't know there was a game, and like I was with my cousins, and like one of their friends came over. I think he's like a second cousin or something. And then he's like, I've got Pokemon Red. And I'm like, oh, what's that? And like we were playing it. I'm like, I was looking at Red's graphics on the original Game Boy. And I'm like, this is a disgrace to Pokemon. The cartoon is so much better. And looking back, that's a really silly thing to say. So, you know. Like a year later, I got Pokemon Gold as my first ever video game. So thanks, Dad. I was so into Pokemon. Still am, given that pretty much my entire month has just been making a Pokemon game, so that's something. Yeah, his Gen 16, like, wasn't it like his, like, Gumi never lost a fight, but then when it evolved into Goodra, it lost every fight it was ever in? I mean, do we think there's gonna be a new Eevee in Gen 8? Like, the pattern, like, every even gen adds one, but we know not. Oh god, when, like, the Burger King campaign had, like, the bajillion Pokemon toys. Was always really upset because I could never get one of the plushy ones. And like a kid like died halfway through the campaign because the plastic Pokeball that came in suffocated it. And so they started taking the balls out. I'm like, oh, that's not fun. I like the Pokeballs. And the mom's like, a child died. I'm like, And I still have like a shit. Like I don't think any of these are Burger King toys, but I managed to just like amass a bunch of like Pokemon like little like figures and toys. Uh, and like I think the only one I had from Burger King was like a Geodude keychain that I keep on my that I had on my lanyard for years. No, I think he put it over his face and did like the mouth thing or something. I don't know. Somehow he suffocated. Somehow a child died from a plastic Pokeball. That is a pretty. Hey, he had two dragons. What a scrub. I mean, I feel like they have to like nerf him back, but at least I'll give Gen 5 credit. It at least had a decent reason as to why his Pikachu was crap at the beginning. Yeah, what if we could find out who that kid was and like put flowers on his grave? Poor bastard. Yeah, those were good old days. I imagine the Rowlet will stay, but I can also totally see him getting an Incineroar. Especially with how hard they pushed him in Smash, I can imagine Incineroar is absolutely happening. It'll pick him up and hug him and be like, oh, kiss you, and everyone will be really uncomfortable. Alright, do we have to sacrifice another Kengion? Fried chicken. I was convinced we were going to get the Dragon Quest Monsters 3D remake. And I'm really upset that we didn't. Though there's like an even better version of it now on mobile devices, and I'm kinda holding out on hope for that. Because at least I know some of the Dragon Quest games on mobile sold really well, at least on Android. Let me, I can actually check to see what that is. Play Store. Aha. That's because like the Dragon Quest games on like the Play Store are like so like drastically different in price. Like Dragon Quest One is like $3, but which makes sense because honestly, would you pay any more than $3 for Dragon Quest One? Johnson, Jesus Christ, DJ. All right, so I can check out. So Dragon Quest One, at least on Android, has sold over 100,000 downloads. Dragon Quest Eight between 50,000 and 100,000. Dragon Quest Two over 10,000. Jesus, that one didn't do well at all. What about Dragon Quest Five? Five over 10,000. Not surprising. That one's $15. I feel like no one wants to pay that much. Let's see, 3, 10. I really figured that one would have done way better, huh? Let's see, 4, 10. I could have swore that was way higher than 10,000. I thought that one was in the 50,000 range. 6 is in the 100,000 range. That's weird. Why is it? I guess because like it's really the only way you can get 6 nowadays. From what I understand, the DS version's a little rare. I got it on release. Came out on a no. I got it a couple days after release. I remember it came out Valentine's Day 2011, and that was the first time I ever had a Valentine's Day date. And we went to the mall just because it was like the easiest thing to do. And so like the first thing we do was like, hey, can we go to GameStop real quick? I want to see if they have Dragon Quest 6, and they didn't. And I was upset for a moment, and then we went in with Sears, and she like forced herself on me, and it was really weird. I was into it at the time, but then like I'm like, all right, we're in public, we should probably stop. So then we went to a bunch of other stores, and then we went to like J.C. Penney's, and then she forced herself on me again. I'm like, okay, I guess this is just happening then. It was really awkward. I did not appreciate that date so much. Was that the only one we ever went? No, we went on a second one. Actually, no, we went on a lot of them after that. The 2DQs and the 3DS. Have any of the 3DS Dragon Quest games came? Oh yeah, 7 and 8. 7 and 8. They got it back in Unova because everyone hated Unova, so they needed something. Hey guys, how you doing? So yeah, that was the story of no 7 3D is really really bad. That shouldn't have they just shouldn't have bothered localizing it if they were gonna do it that poorly. Like it's not even a matter of 7 3D being a bad game. It's just the localization team just did so much stupid lazy shit that there's like no point they shouldn't have released it. Because the game's running Japanese text under the English text, so the entire every single menu in the game lags because you're trying to load up so much text at once. So the menus all lag, and then even worse, like if you go to the attributes screen, for some reason the 3DS just starts crying. Like the entire frame rate of the game falls to like single digits. Dragon Quest 7 3D. Just the entire game just falls to the single digits and it's awful and it sucks. Plus they changed how the job system worked compared to the PS1. So it puts a lot more emphasis on monster job class grinding and makes regular job class grinding feel like a gigantic waste of time. 8 is way better. Plus they actually cared about 8's localization. Plus they made it so you can speed up battles too. So I'd say 8 3D is probably the definitive version of Dragon Quest 8. Plus I got a brand new super boss. I think I might have gotten 2 brand new super bosses actually. Or rather one brand new super boss in a series mainstay. Other than Pokemon, what's my favorite JRPG series? Probably Dragon Quest. Really like Dragon Quest. I also really like Final Fantasy. What's Dragon Quest? That's the granddaddy of JRPGs you're talking about, Paleo. How does 11 compare? 11 is amazing. There's a lot of it's almost like an anniversary title. It very much feels like it's leaning really hard on previous Dragon Quests. So I think you'll actually probably enjoy it more if you've never played another Dragon Quest. Yeah, Dragon Quest 11 was my game of the year. God, the only song I really want to play is Sicko Mode because I've been listening to it while building today. Except I know I'm gonna get a copyright strike if I play that. I mean, there's no real point in staring at this. This is basically just a podcast until I scream. Because I will scream if I find a shiny. It's gotta come one of these days. The time has come, and so have I. How long have we been at this? 57 minutes? Interactive podcast? Yeah, that's basically what it is. What's my TED Talk? Dragon Quest is amazing. That's my TED Talk. Mario and Luigi games. I was gonna say that actually earlier. I've tried to do a Superstar Saga LP twice. It was going to be my original second LP ever, and then I was in a collab channel when those were huge, and I was gonna do a Superstar Saga originally, but then something came up with both. So I've recorded 2 different episode 1s of that game, and I've kept neither of them. What's Saturday stream? Uh, there might be more of this. I don't know. January I'm taking really easy, so I'm kind of just coming up with games on the fly. Yeah, geez, remember collab channels? Like I think at that point, like I had been uploading religiously to one since like 2011, and then we had a grand reboot, and still no. Why would I ever play the remake of Superstar Saga? That's like, oh my god, that is one of the ugliest remakes I've ever seen, which entirely defeats the purpose of a remake. I'd go so far as to say that Superstar Saga 3DS is objectively inferior to the Game Boy Advance version. Jesus Christ, it's so hideous. And Bowser's Inside Story remake looks just as bad too, though I didn't care for that much one to begin with. So, Paper Mario. The only ones I've played are 64 and Super, and I've only played a few minutes of both. I don't know. It might not just be for me. I just keep dropping them. Though I don't have Super anymore. I gave it to my ex back when she wasn't my ex. No, I'm gonna wait for Vesperia to hit 20 bucks. So in like 3 more days. Like, I don't know, I got Bowser's Inside Story. I'm like, cool, it'll be just like Bowser, or fuck, it'll be just like Superstar Saga. And it wasn't. I feel like it didn't have half the charm. God, I'm so hyped for the Kingdom Hearts 3. I wish Yokai Watch 3 was coming out a little later, because I feel like it is going to get totally devoured by Kingdom Hearts 3. Oh, so Zoro is just Toriyama then. Yeah, God, I bought Joker 2 after the Wi-Fi went down, and a lot of it, it's just a lot of stuff missing. I would love to be able to play on Bowser's Prostate. Yeah, cool. Probably should have thought about that one before I said it out loud, huh? Well, feel free to take that one out of context. Even in context, that didn't really pan out. Yokai Watch also does the onigiri thing. Slice and Rice's Japanese name is onigiri. Slice and Rice. What is it? Flammy Rice is the evolved form. I don't know. Cage 3 could be shit. It looks more fun than Final Fantasy 15, and I just need something from Square to soothe that pain. Of Final Fantasy 15 being one of the absolute worst cases of hype blowing up in my face I've ever experienced. You know what also doesn't look at all fun? Red Dead 2. It looks like Chores Simulator. Featuring Cowboy. I don't know. Octopath seems like it's one of those games I'll get like halfway through and then drop and then never pick up again because it's too long. Plus all the bosses are still really damage spongy and I hate that. Has my opinion on Splatoon changed? I'm getting over the reason I hated it. So I've actually played as the Inklings in Smash, so that's good. But I'll still probably never buy it because ultimately I still get really salty really fast in online PvP. There's a reason I haven't really touched Smashes online. I won one match and I haven't been back since because I just want to stay happy with myself. Maybe we'll do Smash on Saturday. Who knows? What's the reason I hated it? I'm not gonna get into my personal life on stream, or at least not that deep into my personal life. We don't need to open up that can of worms. Fucking yikes. No, Splatoon and Splatoon. Well, I never played Splatoon 2, but Splatoon 1 is an absolutely amazing game and one of the best shooters I'd ever played. But there were definitely personal reasons why looking at that did give me absolute anxiety attacks. I just wish 3 was going to commit to how brokenly awesome flow motion was in 3D. If a game has to rely on DLC to be good, it's not a good game. Release something fun at launch or don't release it. It was ass from day one, and it was going to be ass from forever with that. Yeah, this will be my first time playing Vesperia. It's just Namco Bandai games fall in price so quick. When I bought Exilia, it fell to like 20 bucks in like a few months. And when I bought the Symphonia collection at full price, it was 10 bucks a month later. I'm like, why am I ever buying Tales games at full price? I'd like Mario. No, I wouldn't. I didn't like Mario Galaxy. I thought it was boring. But I never played 2, and from what I heard, 2 is way better. If any Mario game was to come to Switch remastered, I'm really surprised they didn't bring 3D World over. I love 3D Land, and I would have loved to have played World. 15 Story is just so, like, not there. Like, it feels like 1,000 different... Like, it feels like 4 different people were writing per chapter, and none of them ever got to come back after the chapter they were involved with. Because, like, Brotherhood was really good. Brotherhood was amazing. And then Kingsglaive was stupid, but I figured it was at least going to help me play the game. And then nothing Kingsglaive ended up mattering. Like, the best thing about Kingsglaive that happened was that cutscenes from, or scenes from Kingsglaive just got lifted and put into 15 wholesale. And if you look very closely at the final room in the game, you can see Nyx, or whatever the main character's name was in Kingsglaive, hanging dead in a cocoon from the top of the room. And I wouldn't have noticed that either if someone had pointed it out, because that's how bland his character design is. So Kingsglaive was all just shit. So nothing about Final Fantasy 15 worked. The gameplay wasn't even all that good. This pirate what? I mean, I just never played Symphonia at that point, so I wanted to play Symphonia, and I rapidly find out that I didn't really care much about Symphonia. I would never pay $60 for Mario U. I don't care how deluxe it is. I think between Exilia and Nier Automata, I didn't buy a single game for $60. I'm glad I bought Automata at full price though, even though like it's been like Game of the Year editions and DLC and whatnot. Automata was absolutely worth the $60. It was so good. Loved Automata. Don't you mean Automata? Fuck off. Yeah, the best part about New Super Mario Brothers U Deluxe is no, I didn't like Exilia either. That was also part of the reason I paid $60 for a game I didn't like. I got like $20. Or no, I got like 20 hours into Exilia, and then I realized rapidly that I hadn't had fun for 19 of those hours. So I just stopped playing it. Yeah, the only Tales games I've enjoyed are Abyss and Hearts R. And I still never even really beat Hearts R. I pick it up like every few months or so. My ideal remake for any game. Like what? Like if I were to have any game remade, or like what's my favorite remake of all time? Because ideally, I'd like to see Nier ported, Nier and Drakengard 3 like touched up a little bit, like frame rate wise, and ported to PS4. That would be really nice because I feel like, especially with Automata being a thing, though I could see a remastered version of Drakengard 3 being included with of any potential Drakengard 4 if I could have any one game remade. It'd be really cool to have Dark Cloud with like realistic shaders in the exact same gameplay. Though I don't know. I don't really think much. No, 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 no. Xenosaga Trilogy, HD on the Switch. That's it. I don't even care about the Japanese version of Nier because I think Father Nier is way better than Brother Nier. Because Brother Nier is like, oh, a brother and his sister. We haven't seen that 1,000 times before. But a father and daughter, I don't really see that dynamic so often. Young Nier does have his own tragic backstory if you've ever read Grimoire Nier, rather. Yeah, I'm really excited about Vesperia. I've wanted to play that for a long time, but it being locked at the 360 really stopped me a lot of the time. Oh well. Is Xenosaga in legal hell? Probably. So I'm saying it'd be my dream remake. I have all three Xenosagas on the PS2 anyway, so it's really just a matter of I just need to set up my game setup better. Because I wasn't gonna buy a 360 just for one game. Except I almost bought a 360 recently. Right, like a week before Vesperia Definitive got released, my friend, he used to be a roommate of mine. He was on Facebook saying like, yeah, anyone who wants this Xbox, just let me know. I'm getting rid of it. And I'm like, yo, we might live a far way away, but I'm willing to pay this shipping. And he's like, cool. Here's this. And I'm like, does it work? And he's like, I don't know. I haven't tested it. I'm like, can you test it? And he's like, I guess. And it turned out to not work. I'm like, all right, thanks. Almost taking my $20. So then, like all the Xbox original games, I was about to buy an original Xbox, and then people watched my Pearl LP. Shit. Forgot all about that one. I don't know. That's like the earliest LP I can actually recommend to people of mine. Pokemon Channel. I think Pokemon Channel. I said this during the streams. I really feel like they would make a fantastic mobile app. Strange Journey is one of those ones where I feel like I did a good job, but I can't ever go back and watch it because I feel like I'll cringe out of my skin. There's so many things I would do differently compared to now. My fondest memory of Pokemon Channel is when fucking just the straight up PNG of an Espeon came on after the anime and I lost my shit. As a Strange Journey remake, I wouldn't know. I'd never play it. Atlas would have to pay me to play Strange Journey remade. Refuse to support their shit. God damn it, Best Buy. But yeah, but like I want the Pokemon Channel thing where like I can buy shit online and like every day I get a chance to earn more coins. Because I hate the trend with Atlas games of them just doing nothing but messing up their story with new waifus. It's like, wow, look at this mysterious new character that's just Marie in space. Space Marie. I bet she's really interesting, and then all the stories lose all their narrative weight. So it's like, well, there's no point in playing it. It's the same reason there's no reason to play Catherine full body, because you know it's just gonna get fucked up too. I fortunately haven't played the triangular mark of Devil Survivor 2 yet, but and then ultimately, if I never do the new stuff, why am I paying $40 for a game I already own? With audio they didn't even bother to dub. I very specifically mean the GameCube game of Pokemon Channel. B-Rat, I'll shit on you. It won't even be funny. I will lol. Yeah, just get the classic version of Catherine on PC if you can. It's the definitive version. I can already tell you that full body's gonna eat ass. I'd still say it's cheaper to go find a DS version of Strange Journey. Like, that's how opposed I am to Redux. I really feel like all the changes there are just actively harming the experience that Strange Journey Vanilla is. On that recent Gillette ad, I haven't actually watched it, because guess what? I don't spend all of my time watching ads online. I have an ad blocker for that. But from what I understand, it's amazing because it made shitty people upset. But also, companies aren't your friends, so I know they're just doing it as a publicity stunt. So long as it makes stupid alt-right fucks mad, I'm happy about that. These score graphs must be alt-righters, which is why none of the scary ones, none of the black ones are coming out. Where's the shiny ones? I want to be scared. I want to unfortunate thing. Speaking of games I don't like, hey, Wind Waker. It's because all the internet is outrage. You ever play Contact? I'm thinking Trace Memory. I know what Contact is. I never played it. I think I looked up gameplay of it like last year, and I thought it looked okay. I don't like Wind Waker. I don't think it's the worst Zelda. I think that dishonor goes to Link Between Worlds. But take that, blank. Take that. Uh, Wind Waker was absolutely a one and done. Oh, so Space Marine is the SAX. So great, go play Metroid Fusion then. That's a really good game. I don't know. I think it's not even the sailing. I think the sailing is my favorite part of Wind Waker. Just everything else about it, I don't like. What's up, that one guy? I feel like that was notably after I said Link Between Worlds. Oh no, it's the absolute. That thing doesn't even function as a game. It's so bad. Everything about Link Between Worlds is the opposite of fun. Awful camera angle, so you don't have like what even is depth perception. Dungeons feel pointless because like, oh, I'm not getting an item in this. I just rent them all from the beginning. That's fun. I get to grind for rupees. It's like you can do it in any order. It's like, okay, so now it just feels like nothing has any narrative cohesion because I can do it all in any order. I fucking hate Link Between Worlds. It's so much like I'll go so far as to say I think the CDI games are better than Link Between Worlds. I don't know. Phantom Hourglass is my favorite of those. I don't really like Spirit Tracks, but I love, love, love Phantom Hourglass. Now I firmly believe it. I had more fun watching. Playing's probably a different story. I had more fun watching CDI gameplay than I had playing. Yeah, the aesthetic is the best part of Wind Waker. What was I saying? At least the CDI's cutscenes are infinitely more fun than anything in A Link Between Worlds. Twilight Princess was my first Zelda, and I think that's why I like it so much. What are we talking about, B-Red? No, I think the cutscenes in CDI Zelda are just like an absolute joy. I think they're really fun. Like, yeah, they look bad, but oh, Contact. It came very, very late. I forgot we'd mentioned that. I honestly hope mainline SMT kind of follows the Apocalypse route. Because I really like how SMT4 Apocalypse handled it. James, come on, man. You can't say that out loud. No, I'm joking. I know that's an actual word. What was I going to say? The only Zelda game I think I haven't played is, I haven't played the Minish Cap or Skyward Sword. Alright, guess I'll, kill this Kengion. Like every other, like, the occasional fried Kengion may lure the, alright, that came out a lot more racist than I meant for it to. Jesus Christ. I feel like I'd probably like, Skyward Sword, but I also feel like I'm never going to play it, so whatever. I'm not interested in playing it. Plus, I don't even feel like we can include Breath of the Wild in Zelda conversations yet because it's so radically different. If another Zelda game comes out in the same vein as Breath of the Wild, like if we break this into a third timeline of 2D Zelda, 3D Zelda, and open world Zelda, I feel like we can do that. But as it stands right now, I don't feel like we can include Breath of the Wild and Zelda conversations. But if we did, I think it's fun. I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but it's better than Wind Waker. Then again, everything is. Well, except Link Between Worlds. I don't play bad games, so. I don't know. I really, really liked Apocalypse. I, I didn't think like I ever had to. The only time I had to grind in that one was the final dungeon, and absolutely yes, the final dungeon is not only the worst part in the game, but I think the worst part in any SMT I've ever played. Like Apocalypse was great up until the final dungeon, aka the last fourth of the game, was the absolute worst. I hated that, and the final boss can eat my ass too. Mario Odyssey, my opinion is I haven't played it, and I'm also not really interested in playing it. Mario Odyssey, it like looks fun, but I don't know. I don't want to pay $60 for Mario Odyssey. Demi kids. I actually have a Devil Children red. It's either red or black version for the Game Boy. It's all in Japanese, but someone made a PDF that's a translation for it, and then the download link was it was gone, and no one could find it, and so I messaged the guy on Game FAQs. I'm like, long shot, you haven't signed in months, but do you have this? And a day later, he's like, "Oh wow, I just signed in for the first time in months. Here's a link to the PDF." I'm like, "Oh my god, thank you." So I have the entire translation of one of the Devil Children Japanese games. Just do what I do, Ace. Wait, are you playing Wind Waker on a PC or a GC or Wii U? Why is my timing amazing? What happened? Oh yeah, that entire story. I thought it was something else. It's the Weeaboo version. Yeah, the Demi Kids we got was the Game Boy Advance games. This one's a Game Boy Color game. Flat. Anyway, Tokyo Mirage Sessions had no right to exist. I don't know why they canceled SMC Crossfire Emblem for it. Like, why would you cancel such a cool concept to shit out a gross idle weeaboo game? Oh, I want a meatball sub. Except I'm on the calories. I blew my damn calories on a gas station pizza and a chocolate muffin that probably went stale like 8 hours ago. But the muffin was good. It felt like if you had like chocolate icing, it would be like a slice of cake. I feel like I probably should have went for that, though I did not have the calories for icing. Alright, time to open up Go again, by the way. Oh, well, you can die too. My only real experience with Breath of the Wild is I play it like a little bit every now and again, and the last time I played it was right before Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate released, because I needed something to play the day before. They don't sell sushi at my gas station. Has a Switch version of The World Ends With You. It looked really, really bad, and then it also pulled the same shit I hate with how Atlas does it. So not only did I not buy it, but my interest in even a pseudo sequel, like a spiritual successor of the same gameplay, died. Worst SMT game from all series? That's hard. It's the worst one I've played. Shit, I gotta think about it. I really don't care much for Digital Devil Saga 2. I love the story, but the gameplay sucks. Barely touched Monster Hunter World. I hate Monster Hunter World. I actually talked about this last time. It's like too pretty, and all the QOL updates really just feel like it kind of like sucked the life out of it. I just I got up to Zora Magdaros, beat that, fought off Nerdragante, and then I just stopped playing. Yeah, DDS 1 is one of my favorites. I just think 2's dungeon map layout sucks. For Monster Hunter, yeah, World is gorgeous, and I hate that. Plus, all the maps suck. Well, I don't feel like the improvements did anything for Monster Hunter that just didn't make it feel like, I don't know, just didn't feel fun. I was happiest with 4 Ultimate. No, I beat the Nerdragante, I just didn't have fun with anything. Nothing in World was fun. It was just the entire time I got sick to my stomach and frustrated when I couldn't figure out how to get through the Primal Forest or whatever. So I'm like, what is all this stupid bullshit? Just give me zones back. So I fucking love Generations Ultimate. That one's amazing. I'd still say 4 Ultimate is probably my favorite, but Generations Ultimate's has worked its way up to a close second. I also still really love 3 Ultimate. Generations Vanilla is a little weird. Vanilla Monster Hunter in general, it's like, how do you go back, you know? Oops. I'm absolutely not a Gen 1er in Monster Hunter, Jesus Christ. I hate Gen 1. Gen 1's really hard to go back to, and even Freedom Unite, I don't think I could ever actually go back to. 3U is the earliest I could go. And 4U were some of the best 600 hours of my life. I still just wish Underwater would come back. Let me fight Ceadeus. Love Ceadeus to Ceadeus. Yeah, 4 Ultimate is fantastic, especially with the new 3DS. It was so fun. I could still go back to 4 Ultimate. The only thing I don't like about 4 Ultimate are the Apex monsters. Those are dumb. Generations did it a lot better with Hyper monsters. Like, yes, they're nice and strong. I feel like they could make Underwater work. If they ever add Underwater to Worlds or a World 2, I'll buy that just because I love Underwater so much. And even if they don't bring back Ceadeus, I know they'll make something big and long just like it. That came out bad, didn't it? Shit. Yeah, especially with like Worlds updates, I feel like Worlds could make Underwater work even better without just making it just Gunner Paradise, either Gunner or Lance Paradise. Just anything with a shield. No, Sword and Shield got butchered underwater. I can see why those mains would hate it, but you know, if you play with a Sword and Shield main, you're playing with I don't know why you're hanging out with a literal infant, but no, I'm joking. Sword and Shield was actually the best way to go about Freedom 1. It's Sword and Shield for everything except Fatalis, where you should heavy bowgun it. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop making things so pretty if you can't actually make them work. Oh, we just have our boring dinosaurs. I really don't like a lot of the monster designs in Worlds. Like, the Elder Dragons are cool. Well, the Xeno'jiiva is kind of boring. But, like, Valhazak is cool. Nerdragante looks great. Zora Magdaros is Dire Morales. Just, if you can't make shit work, why are you doing it? You don't need to keep jerking off the people that say, like, oh, the game needs to be prettier. I forgot all about Toby. That's what I'm saying. I don't know half the monsters in World. Like, anything after the Floaty Forest or whatever the fuck it's called. What is it, like the Coral Cliffs or whatever? Once I got to that place, I was just like, well, this is What's a Kultaroth? Is that one that was just like it only shows up every now and again? Because that's also really fucking stupid. And I know Monster at Coral Highlands. All right, floaty. Because I'm thinking of like that puffball monster that floats. Yeah, any times monster is stupid as shit. Like, let me just play the game. I don't want to have to. I don't like games recently like doing like single player game. I have no fucking idea what it's called. What am I saying? What, Kultaroth is like Gogmazios? That's actually really cool then. What am I saying? What was I about to say? Lost my train. Oh yeah. I don't like the trend in like certain games recently where like single player games have like timed content. Like Final Fantasy 15 had like a timed festival, and it's like, why? Why am I being timed in my single player game? Like, is it like if I wanted timed content, wouldn't I just go fire up RuneScape? Go play an MMO if I want timed content. Stop trying to make it so I have less fun. Hold up. Thought mom was calling me. Doo-doo. I should actually probably check to make sure. One more encounter? Damn. Alright, false alarm, guys. My mom lost both of her legs. We're fine. Nothing to do with me. Yeah, Gog had two phases. When the music changed and it like flew all the tar off of its wings and it could start flying around. Like that's technically like a second phase. Yeah, I don't know if I'm happy about OSRS being on mobile because it brought a lot of idiots back that are like voting for shit that I really wish wasn't in the game now. And all of them are like, "Yeah, bring back the 2008 graphics." I'm like, if I swear to God, like all of you, just leave. I've quit this game once before. I'll have no qualms doing it again. So yeah, I think mobile might be good for their bottom line now, but will definitely lose me if some of this shit keeps up. I mean, as it stands, like I'm already starting to lose it with RuneScape because a lot of these updates are just like, this feels vaguely of 2009 Scape that already lost me back then. I was gonna say I'll come back for GOG, but there's a lot left that I would have to play, and I don't care enough. I'll watch videos of people fighting GOG. That's it. Not interested. But is Iceborne free, or is that like a massive DLC expansion? Because I did not pay attention. It'll be paid. Well, never mind then. Is it bringing G rank? Dalamadger is in World. The Rotten Vale is a dead Dalamadger. Yeah, they bringing G rank to Iceborne, or G rank? Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I'll give them that. Which means I really like the I really like that then. I like the era of games just getting full re-releases for that little bit of content. Like I paid $60 for Generations Ultimate, yeah, but if I only had to pay like a $20 DLC to get it added onto Generations, I think that would have been nicer. Yeah, Shen Gao Ren, no one wants him back. I really like the Dalamajir fight. Especially, well, no, I didn't like, was it Shah Dalamajir? I don't know, I could see Iceborne being like $20. I feel like they wouldn't want to charge too much because you want to get more people into it, and $40 is like buying a whole nother game. It feels like it's too much. Peace out, James, you sleepy shit fuck. Get out of here, you great friend of mine who I'm glad to know. You Nimrod. We are never gonna get this damn shiny squirrel, are we? Maybe if I hit level 11. The fuck are you doing, Sigma? Oh, he yelled at me. Okay, he's still into it. Sig, no, don't do that. You're not in there. Is that you, Beef? It could be Beef. Sorry, I blamed you, Sigma. It's not your fault. I didn't realize that Leaf was in my room the other day, and I burped really loud because I just shotgunned like half a can of soda, and it scared her because I went like like a really loud burp, and she went from the corner of my room. I'm like, oh my god, did I wake her out of a sound sleep with my burp? Poor baby. Nah, it's like I have a little shelf under my bed, and the cats can get into it from over top it because my thing is like my mattress is like hollow under there. I have like two mattresses on top of each other, and they get into there a lot, and they keep trying to like chew the wires of my Nintendo 64. So I every time I hear them, I yell at them to get out. Yeah, I could see them doing that. Yeah, isn't World like Capcom's like best-selling game ever? Well, ultimately, it doesn't matter to me. Generations Ultimate was the last Monster Hunter game. Would I play Phoenix Wright? Every time the trilogy goes on sale on the 3DS, I happen to just not have the money to get it. So that happens. Oh, I imagine they'll release the DLC at the very least within a week of each other. It really wouldn't make sense to have separated anymore. The release, yeah, but now that it's out, I can't see them separating it again. All I want's a black squirrel. How many hours have I been at this? What? Yeah, why not? Save her. Good thing I have save states. Danganronpa 3 anime, I didn't watch it. So by the time it came out, I didn't care anymore. It told me to change it to 128K, by the way. Really not sure PC's still catching up to console. Wow. Yeah, we would have been at this for 50 straight hours trying to get a shiny, so it's a good thing I can speed it up to many more than that. I thought that was going. Oh yeah, didn't they add like a Final Fantasy 14 monster in there? Do 100 times speed. I feel like honestly this is the most speed I could reliably do because I wonder. Frame skip. I mean, there's no real option to turn up the speed. It's just when you turn off the sound, uh, Leaf, stop. When you turn off the sound, for some reason, the emulator starts running at like 600. Leaf, come on. Enough of that. Do not bite these wires. Except now you're totally gonna... See, now there's a hole in one of them. What is that one too? That one's the Super Nintendo. I can't change that one. Leaf. This is not Monster Hunter's first dip in a PC. We've had a Frontier ongoing for like a decade now. Leaf, why are you playing with a battery? Should I take that away from her? I feel like I should. There was just one shiny square app in the game and I killed it. Come on, square rap, you can do it, I believe in you. It's kind of like how Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key or whatever, Union Cross or whatever it's called nowadays, is still like 6 months behind in English compared to Japanese. That shiny better not have been programmed in. Nah, Frontier was the MMO. Oh, that's only in Japan. No, Frontier isn't fun. I have no idea why people choose to play Frontier. You having fun with that battery, Leaf? You're not biting it, so I don't see a reason to take it away from you. Come on, feel the noise. Girls, fuck your boys. That shit's wild. Yeah, everything about Frontier is just... The only cool thing about it is Raviente, but we kind of have that with Dalamaggio now. And some of the crazy shit that you can do in Generations Ultimate really does feel like, it. Narga Kuga. Narga Kuga sounds like a racial slur. I have to send a text real quick. Oh, so I didn't dream that Iceborne is a fucking Witcher one as well. Why? The Witcher's dumb. The real monster is open world gameplay. We have to kill it. I don't know, everything I've seen about The Witcher 3 is like not at all what I want. Iceborne and Witcher are separate, okay. No, the Tonfa's like you fly in the air and levitate and shit. Do a Postal 2. I don't know what that means. Leaf. I wish Geralt would use his one sword on me. Yes, give me that Polish blade. What is Postal 2? Nah, Tonfas are like if dual blades and jetpacks were rolled into one. Well, I mean, Monster Hunter always has like a weird crossover content, so I actually can't really blame Witcher 3 for getting in on it. Really like the JoJo stuff that was in part or in 4 Ultimate, was so excited to put my partner cat, who I named JoJo, in that, and I kept him in that all the time. I don't think 1 and 2 were all that big, and then 3 came out and it just suddenly popped up out of nowhere with how huge it got. And everyone's like, "Oh yeah, CD Projekt Red is the best." I don't know if the JoJo stuff came westward. No, it must have, or else I wouldn't have been able to do the content. It's a late game event. You're gonna need to be G rank for it, I think. And like it's one of those event quests, and you fight like a cephadrome. We have it. Okay. Yeah, and it's like you get a Jotaro hat and a Jotaro coat. But you're definitely not going to be able to get it early on. It's either a high rank or a G rank one. I don't remember which. And then the weapon's like a big sandal, which I don't think that part's a JoJo reference at all. But 3 Ultimate did have a JoJo reference. 3 Ultimate had a hammer that was just Crazy Diamond. But when that one got localized westward, they just took the Crazy Diamond thing out and made it a big crown and called it the Majestic Scepter. Which means like when you check out its effect, it's like who cares? It doesn't mean anything anymore. But the Crazy Diamond Hammer, if you hit your if you hit your friends with it, it would heal them slightly. And they change it to Majestic Scepter, and it's like, well, I don't mean nothing anymore. Do you think we'll ever find this? I'm a little worried. Wouldn't it be nuts if, like, after we start this series up, like, say we actually find this, it's like 100 hours in, and we finally get one, and then we start the actual full series for it, and then it's like, all right, cool, we'll start the next one, and the first enemy I see in the actual series is a shiny. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Lazy. Like, I feel like they should have given you the code immediately. I don't know why you would have to wait for Best Buy to do it. I'm not doing those bets anymore. I hate those bets. Isn't it nuts how a bet not going through is how Rose Gold Heart ended up? All right, peace out, guys. How Rose Gold Heart ended up becoming born. If we did that, if I got the Kecleon too early, I would have done a Xenoblade 2 LP and then never came up with Rose Gold Heart. Yeah, but the fact that you had to wait for the code in general is weird. Like, I feel like, I don't know. Fuck Best Buy. More like worst guy. Ha ha ha! Funny wall! I'm humorous! No, if I don't get the shiny, there won't be a Clover stream. I'll just end it. I'd say we'll probably do, after this, maybe 1 or 2 more, and if we don't get it then screw it. I'm content with never doing another shiny hunting stream if this doesn't pan out. Well, I don't know. I'll keep doing it as long as people like it. I'm down for giving people content they enjoy. I've tortured you with the CDI games once. I feel like that's more than enough. Unless I start like digging up old YouTube poops I liked and showing them to you like that. Could you imagine? I kind of want to do that. Is Comguo still alive? Is his shit still up? I wonder if that stuff even holds up anymore. Then again, like, What is watching a YouTube poop? I've already showed Hotel Mario. Like, the sentence mixing is where all the funny is, but if you can't understand it, then, like, it loses some of its allure. Well, let's try it. Work. Hold up. Remove. Add window capture. There we go. So we can put the link up. Excuse the fuck out of you. Why are you doing that? We'll get one. There you go. I feel like that should be enough. Let's see. Commander. Let's see if any of his old YouTube poops are still up. Oh, fuck. I forgot all about you. I'm still subbed. How long has it been? It's been 7 years. How good were some of these? Is 6K still alive? They were really funny ones. Aw, Shane eats a black duck, but there's too much anime in that one. I don't remember some of these. I feel like I would have to screen some of these. I don't even know if some of them are good.
10000. What?
Yeah, let's not do that even. Yeah, what if we just forgot all about that instead? I'll screen some of these out for the next one. Yeah, especially if it was like, yeah, that stuff's a lot, like, I gotta make sure, like, some of that stuff doesn't have, like, random ear rape segments, because that was classic, 2008, 2009 YouTube poop. I'll screen a couple and make a playlist for next time. God damn, we've really been at this for another 2 hours, huh? Did we have fun, friends? Has it been a good time? Ah, but God, there's one. There's one. Alright, shit, I have to look that up. Tell me. That's not how you spell Rudolph. That's still not how you spell Rudolph. Okay, I loved this one. I wonder if it's still funny. And now I have to redo the fucking... Great, I have to totally remove that. Add another window capture. Yay, wow, I have to do all this crap again, so... Alright, so that ought to be good. I'm gonna put the volume down to 30. This should be good.
The lamp wasn't burning. Come. Rudolph with your nose so... Twas the day before reindeer play.
Okay, yeah, that's a lot louder than I thought it was going to be. We won't do that. I'm gonna leave it up anyway, but... Wait, now I'm back to the... Great, I've made it endless recursive! We did it! I've done it! Yeah! I've done it. It's going down forever. We're going down and an alley around. And sugar, I'm Patrick from Fallout Boy. Yeah, this is good. So this way, if we get a shiny, we can see it on like 5 different screens. Alright, yeah, I gotta hope a shiny shows up like this. This is gonna get put on like bad stream setups at twitter.com. Which it would absolutely deserve, except it's an amazing screen setup, a stream setup, so he can also bite me. Come out, wherever you are. Warriors, come out and play. Remember when, like, 3 decades after that movie came out, they made a PS2 game about it? Do you think the Zigzagoon will be shiny? Wouldn't that have been something? If I can't get a shiny in this game, can I at least get one in Go? Can I Pokemon Go to the polls? The Warriors. Just feels like a weird movie for them to make, like, several decades later into a PS2 adaptation. I didn't get. Oh yeah, I forgot. I got a shiny Groudon. Suppose that's a little much to ask for. So one of the raid groups said they saw me giggling in my car and they figured I actually got the shiny, and I posted that in the group chat right afterwards, and they're like, "Comic, you fucking dipshit." Except they're also like super Christian, so when I posted that Passion of the Aggron thing, I think she got really mad at me because she hasn't talked since. I'm like, come on, we can laugh about our Lord and Savior Aggron. My nickname of the group is Shiny Jesus. We're already past the point of blasphemy. Like, really, is this what you're gonna get upset about? Brenda, if you're here, I think you're cool. Just Rolling Stones? Yeah, we'll put them under a bunch of Rolling Stones. I've gotten my setup as, like, efficient as possible. The best I can do is I can get it an extra 200% by holding down spacebar. Nah, I think Brenda's on the side of that. She's a good person. I forget that she's actually church going a lot of the times. Oh yeah, we could paint this thing black, huh?
I see a red door and I want it painted black. Your session of Windows has expired.
Die, Kangion. Is slaughtering Kangions keeping this thing away from me? Have I been killing the wrong thing? Should I be killing Squirraps? Also, it's apparently supposed to be pronounced like Kenjin, because it's supposed to be like pigeon, but Kangion works so much better. Kangion will be the flying evolution of Eevee. Some people make evolutions to cope. Of course, we'll slaughter one and they'll become... Everything dies till Squirrap is shiny. Alright, Squirrap, die. Maybe if one of them survives, the soot will make them blackened. Since their skin color probably doesn't change, it's just all their fur is black. That's the only thing that changes. Die. Burn down the forest. That'll flush him out of hiding. It doesn't matter. I can save state. I can save state abuse. Because I think the RNG, yeah, the RNG will function like that, where as long as I wait like a frame or two, the outcome will be different than what it would have been a frame before. It's not like fourth gen where the outcome is determined when you throw the ball instead of what frame you throw the ball. It's like it's determined when the turn begins if it would work or not. Kind of like the same way in Fire Emblem, when your turn starts, that's when levels up are determined. Instead of you can make all the actions you want, but it won't affect anything until the next turn. Like I could move Ike one turn, and if that didn't work, I could reload the state and make Soren move a different way, and then that would have a different effect on people's levels. RNG is a fun beast. Alright, we're gonna give this thing 50 more encounters. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, every 10, we will be joined in the communal singing of joy. Sing it with me, viewers. Clap along if you know the words. A shiny boy is a happy boy. A shiny boy is a happy boy. All right. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Another verse. A shiny boy is a happy boy. A shiny boy is a happy boy. 21. 22. 23. 24. 25. 26. We're on the downward slope, kids. 27. 28. 29. 30. A shiny boy is a happy boy. A shiny boy on a happy boy. 31. 32. Oh, turn the volume on for the last 10? Okay. 33. 34. 35. 36. 37. 38. 39. 40. 38. 39. A shiny boy is a happy 40. Boy. A shiny boy is a happy boy. 39. A shiny boy is a happy 40. Boy. 41. A boy is a happy boy. 42. A shiny boy is a happy boy. 41. 43. 42. 44. 45. 43. 46. 44. 47. 45. 48. 49. 50. We'll give it 10 more. 51. 52. 50. We'll give it 53. 51. 54. 52. 55. 53. 56. 54. 57. 55. 58. 56. 59. 57. Let's go until we find 4 more square wraps after this one. 59. 1. Let's go until we find 2. 4 more square wraps after this one. So 62. 1. Let's go until we find 63. 4 more square wraps after this one. 64. We have failed in our quest. We'll 69 square wraps, that is our plan. It's time to amp up the volume. We have failed in our quest. Here we go, everybody. 69 square wraps, that is our plan. It's time to amp up the volume. We have failed in our quest. Here we go, everybody. 69 square wraps, that is our plan. 67. 65. We have failed in our quest. Here we go, everybody. 68. That is our plan. 67. 65. We have failed in our quest. Here we go, everybody. 60. And 69 was not a big black squirrel. That is unfortunate that we will have to call the stream as it is. And 69 only when you determine the true timeline can you escape from this hell. To call the stream as it is. And 69 only when you determine the true timeline can you escape from this hell. To call the stream as it is. And 69 only when you determine the true timeline can you escape from this hell. Call the stream as it is. 69 only when you determine the true timeline can you escape from this hell. To call the stream as why the fuck is that getting like louder? Only when you determine the true timeline can you escape from this. That's horrifying. What is that echo? That like is that getting like louder thing? That's like a heartbeat. What is that echo? That like is that getting like louder thing? That's like a heartbeat. What is that? That's like an earthquake. What the fuck is happening? That's like a heartbeat. What is that? That's like an earthquake. What the fuck is happening? That's like a heartbeat. What is that? That's like an earthquake. What the fuck is happening? We've done it. We've shattered reality as we know it. I'm gonna keep on talking like really fast so I can just totally destroy your ears when it comes to the Spider-Verse thing that we've created. Heard Dragon Ball Super Broly was really fantastic. We've done it. We've shattered reality. Oh god, I've already screwed up. None of that words. Mega Super is not a thing that you can watch, but you could play old school RuneScape too. It's on the mobile. Heard Dragon Ball Super. Please don't vote for anything that's Campus Low anymore. We should totally call it. God, I've heard that. Everything about that, the Konar, the drop table system, the farming guild, all of it's total crap. We should totally delete it. Do you think we can ever find one of these black rats ever again? Please, for the love of God, can I please everything about that Konar, the drop table, love one of those, please. That'd be so fantastic. I didn't get the chance to see Spider-Man first. So, like, but I think Spider-Man 2 wasn't very good. Spider-Man 1 was fantastic. I think Spider-Man 3 is the best of the Sam Raimi trilogy. So, yeah, we didn't find that. I'm thank you so very much for joining me. When you hear this one, you're free to leave the stream. I'm going to keep it going to see how long it keeps. So, yeah, we didn't find that. Thank you so very much for joining me. When you hear this one, you're free to leave the stream. I'm going to keep it going to see how long it keeps. So, yeah, we didn't find that. Thank you so very much for joining me. When you hear this one, you're free to leave the stream. I'm going to keep it going to see how long it keeps. So, yeah, we didn't find that. Thank you so very much for joining me. When you hear this one, you're free to leave the stream. I'm going to keep it going to see how long it keeps. So, yeah, we didn't find that. Thank you so very much for joining me. When you hear this one, you're free to leave the stream. I'm going to keep it going to see how long it keeps. Penis. Yeah, we didn't find that. Thank you so very much for joining me. When you hear this one, you're free to leave the stream. I'm going to keep it going to see how long it keeps. Penis. Yeah, we didn't find that. Thank you so very much for joining me. When you hear this one, you're free to leave the stream. I'm going to keep it going to see how long it keeps. Penis. Yeah, we didn't find that. Thank you so very much for joining me. When you hear this one, you're free to leave the stream. I'm going to keep it going to see how long it keeps. Penis. Yeah, we didn't find that. Thank you so very much for joining me. When you hear this one, you're free to leave the stream. I'm going to keep it going to see how long it keeps. Penis. Yeah, we didn't find that. Thank you so very much for joining me. When you hear this one, you're free to leave the stream. I'm going to keep it going to see how long it keeps. Penis. Yeah, we didn't find that. Thank you so very much for joining me. When you hear this one, you're free to leave the stream. I'm going to keep it going to see how long it keeps. Penis. Yeah, we didn't find that. Thank you so very much for joining me. When you hear this one, you're free to leave the stream. I'm going to keep it going to see how long it keeps. Penis. Yeah, we didn't find that. Thank you so very much for joining me. When you hear this one, you're free to leave the stream. I'm going to keep it going to see how long it kee Penis. Cock. Penis. Balls. Taint. Erection. Cock. Fallopian. Balls. Taint. shit. You're free.